Hello everyone. Today we'll be going through Cambridge O-Level Mathematics Syllabus D4024 22 October November 2021. This is paper 2. Let us move to question number 1. Question number 1, A part. Jasmine buys a family holiday to India. Here is some information about the cost, flight, hotel and total costs are provided. Part 1. In October, Jasmine pays a deposit of 12% is paid as deposit, and this is of the total cost. She pays the rest of the total cost in December. Calculate the amount she pays in December. So December is rest of the total cost. So 100 minus 12, so 12% she has already paid. So it means like 88% she paid in December. So 88% of the total amount, and total amount is this one. So 88% of $2250, and this will be resulting to 88% multiplied by 2250, and this is resulting $1980. $1980 will be answer, and this is 2 marks question. Find the ratio cost of flight to cost of hotel. Give your answer in simplified form. So if we check, cost for flight is this much and cost of hotel is this one, so we can write the ratio, which is 700 ratio 1550, and we can divide this. We can basically cancel this 0 with 0, and then we can divide by 5. So 70 divided by 5 will be 14. This side will be 14, and 155 divided by 5 will be equal to 31. So our simplified ratio will be 14. 31 for the simplification is not possible, and this was 2 mark question. Now B part. B part says Jasmine changes $350 into rupees. The exchange rate is $1 is to 71.6 rupees. So on holiday she spends this much rupees. She changes the rest back to dollars at the same exchange rate. So double conversion, we have to convert from dollars to rupees, and then again rest of the amount we have to convert into dollars. Calculate the amount of the money she receives and give your answer correct to the nearest cent. So first of all, $350 we need to convert by this conversion ratio, and we are converting, keep in mind, heavier currency to lighter. So heavier to lighter is always multiplication by the conversion ratio, and conversion ratio is 71.6. So rupees will be 350 multiplied by 71.6, and this is equal to 25060. 25060, this will be rupees. Now after that she spent this much amount, so remaining amount will be how much? So remaining amount after spending is how much? This will be 25060 minus 1950, and this will be equal to minus 19500, and this is resulting to 5560. 5560, this is basically rupees, and this is the amount which we have to convert into dollars. So dollars will be how much? 5. Now we are converting from lighter to heavier currency, so we'll be dividing by the same conversion ratio, which is this one. So it will be divided by 71.6, and we will get dollars, that is 77.65. So $77.65. This will be our answer, and they're saying to the nearest cent. So this is basically the nearest cent which we have provided. Hopefully you understood this. Now C part, the table shows the number of tourists and the total tourist spending for some countries in 2016. Country names are there and number of tourists and their total spending in dollars. Part 1, calculate how many more tourists visited India than Kenya in 2016. Give your answer in standard form. So India and Kenya, we have to compare these two. So India is this many tourists, so we'll subtract basically number of tourists are this one. So 1.46 into 10 raised power 7, and we have to subtract from it 1.27 into 10 raised to the power 6, and this answer will be 1.46, and we have to provide answer in standard form. So we can subtract this 1.27 into 10 raised to the power 6, and this is the answer 1,333 and 4 zeros. 1,333, this is basically 1.46, and 10 to 7 minus 1.27 into 10 raised to the power is 6. So answer is 1,333 4 zeros. 4 zeros. Okay, now we have to provide standard form. So this decimal we can transfer after first non-zero number. So we'll be taking 7 jumps. So it will be 1.333 into 10 raised to the power 7, because we are taking jumps to the left, so it will be positive power. If we are taking jumps to the right, it will be negative power. So it is basically 1 mark question which we are done. Now for the second part, it says calculate the average amount spent per tourist in China in 2016. Give your answer correct to the nearest dollar. So China is this much is the spending, and this is the number of tourists. So total spending divided by the number of tourists. So 4.44 into 10 raised to the power 7 divided by 5.93 into 10 raised to the power 7, and we can divide this fraction 4.44 into 10 raised to the power 7 divided by 5.93 5.93 into 10 raised to the power 7. So 10 raised to the power 7, this will be resulting to 0.7487. 0.7487. So this is basically 4.44. Yes. So 4.44, 10 raised to the power 7 over 5.93 into 10 raised to the power 7. So it's resulting to 0.7487. Now we have to provide answer correct to the nearest dollar. So this will be, this is basically 10 raised to the power 10, which we have done mistake. This should be 10 raised to the power 10, and we can check for this one. It should be 10 raised to the power 10, and this is 74 point. So 748.7, 748.7. This will be now after like nearest dollar, so we can round it to $749, and $749 will be our final answer for this 2 mark question. Now for part 3, from 2014 to 16, the total amount spent by tourists in Madagascar increased by 23.5%. Calculate the amount spent by tourists in Madagascar in 2014. So this is a reverse percentage question, which we can suppose that in in 2014 the amount spent was X, so we will be calculating 100 minus, basically increased will be addition, so this will be 100 plus 23.5 divided by 100, and this will be multiplied by this X, and this is equal to 2016 amount spent in Madagascar is 9.13 into 10 raised to the power 5. So 9.13 into 10 raised to the power 5. Now we need to find the value of x. So x will be equal to this whole term. We can shift to the other side. So it will go as denominator 9.13 into 10 raised to the power 5 divided by this whole fraction. We can write 23.5 divided by 100 and bracket close, and this will be equal to, we can write fraction 9.13 into 10 raised to the power 5, and this will be divided by again fraction 100 plus this will be 23.5 over 100 and bracket is closed, and this is equal to 739271. 739271, and decimal is 0.2551. So we can shift this decimal after first non-zero number, and it will be 7.39 up to 2 dp into 10 raised power, we are taking 1 2 3 4 5 jumps, so it will be 10 raised to the power 5, so we can write 7.39 into 10 raised to the power 5. So this will be answer for 2-mark question. Now question number 2, which is a pie chart question. A part, a pie chart summarizes the angles of people at a science fair. So part 1, write down the model class. Model class is the class which is having the higher angle, so 16 to 20 will be the model class, so we can write 16 to 20, and this is 1-mark part. And for the second part, there were 90 people aged over 30 at the science fair. So over 30 are this one, and angle is 54, and these are 90 people. So calculate the number of people aged 16 to 20. So 16 to 20 we need to find. These are 90 people. This is given. So 90 people divided by 54, and so number of people per degree will be this one, which we can simplify. 90 divided by 54 is equal to 5 by 3, so we got this one as 5 by 3. So 5 by 3 people per degree, and we have to calculate for 144 degrees, so 144 multiplied by 5 by 3, and this will be the number of people, so multiply by 144, this will give us 240 people. So answer will be 240 for this 2-mark question. Now B part says 250 students entered a science competition. So scores are this one, frequencies, this table summarizes their scores, and frequencies are provided, and their ranges are also given. Part 1, complete the histogram to represent this data. So they have given detail for this one, 70 to 80 is provided. So this is 70, so 70 to 80 information. Height is 6, so this side is frequency density, and this is x-axis is score, and 60 to 70 are 64 people, no, 70 to 80 are required. So 70 to 80 are 60. This one we are checking for 70 to 80 are 60 people. This is the histogram which they have provided. So height is 6, so it means that we are multiplying 10, this gap is 10, class width is 10, so 10 multiplied by 6, we are getting 60 number. So height multiplied by class width will be this one, total frequency. So frequency, in other words, you can say that frequency divided by class width. So 60 divided by class width, which is 10. So frequency divided by class width is equal to, this will be 6. 0 is gone, so this will be 6. That's why they have taken this. So the same method we will use for the other rest of the ranges. So 0 to 40, and 0 to 40, first of all we will identify 0 to 40 class width will be starting from 0 to 40 up to this one, and the frequency is 36. So we will divide frequency divided by frequency divided by class width, and frequency is what? Frequency is 36. So 36 divided by class width, which is 40. So 36 divided by 40 will be resulting to divided by 40 will be equal to 0.9. So height for the first bar will be 0.9. So 0.9, we can draw 0.9 up to this level will be 0. This is 0.8. So we can take in the middle of this one, roughly we are taking up to this one. So this is 0.9, height is 0.9, and up to this one. So this bar will be, I'm shading for your understanding, so this will be 0.9 and this will be bar. Now for next one is from 40 to 60. 40 to 60 we can identify. 40 to 60 is this much, and for 40 to 60 class width will be how much? Class width is 20. So we can divide frequency 48 divided by 20 will be equal to 48 divided by 20 is equal to 2.4. So we can take height as 2.4. So 2.4 will be up to this height, and hopefully you are following each and everything. And don't forget to subscribe the channel, and if you like the video, then don't forget to press bell icon also, so that you will be getting notification for incoming videos. And we can write height for 2.4, and this will be the bar for this one. Next is 60 to 70 is 64. So 60 to 70 we can take, which is 64. This is 60 to 70. So width is 10. So frequency will be 60 to 70 will be 64. So 64 divided by 10, 64 divided by 10 will be equal to 6.4. So height we will be taking 6.4, and this will be 6.4 will be up to this one. This will be 6.4, and we can close from the top, and 6.4 we can write here. This is 6, this is 2.4, this is 0.9, and this will be the bar. Now next 670 to 80 is already there. From 80 to 100, 42. So 80 to 100 is 42. We can take 80 to 100 is this one, and class width is 20. So 42 divided by 20, 42 divided by 20 will be equal to 42 divided by 20 is basically 2.1. So 2.1 will be our height of the bar. So 2.1 we can take up to the middle point, and the bar we can draw roughly up to the middle. It should be in the middle, but it's not. So up to the middle will be hopefully this one. Yes. So this one. So we can take this bar and we can write here 2.1 height will be this one. Hopefully you understood this. This class width is 40, which I missed, and this class width is 60 to 70, which is 10. So these are class widths. Hopefully I have explained this. 70 is basically 70 mark in between 60 and 80. Hopefully you understood. This was 3-mark question. Now next second part, students who scored 75 or more are awarded distinction. Find an estimate for the percentage of the 250 students who were awarded distinction. So distinction awarded are which one? 70 to 80. This will be basically half of this one. Half of this one we will take as 32 and 42. So we'll add these two and check the percentage of the total. So we can take 30 plus 42 divided by 2 for 50, and this is basically estimate, it's not the exact value. So multiply by 100. Because we have taken this range, we have taken half of this one, which is just estimation. We can't say that exactly half will be from 75 and above. So that's why we will say that this is just estimation, and this will be 30 plus 40 is 72 divided by 250 and multiply by 100 for multiply by 100 for percentage, and this will be equal to 28.8%. 28.8%. So answer will be 28.8. This is for 2-mark question. Hopefully you understood this. Now question number 3, A part, we have to complete the table for this equation, and rest of all the values are provided. Only this is the blank value, and we have to provide answer for 1 mark. So we can type the equation the easiest way. For in this case it's only one value, but most of the cases they are giving 2 or 3 values missing, so we have to do that one. So for that one I'm just explaining a general method, and you can follow this method for every question. So you will have to type the equation. This is the easiest way to solve the question. So this will be x cubed over, so x cubed over 2, we are typing this equation, minus 3 into x, and this will be minus 1. After typing this equation, we will calculate, we will press this calculate button. So calculate for x is equal to minus 3, and this will be giving us minus 5.5. So minus 5.5 will be our answer. So this was only one value, so it's 1 mark. If you are having more values, like for example for same equation, if you have to calculate for 3 also, so calculate again, press calculate and 3, so this will be giving you 7/2, which is 3.5, which is the same value over here. So you can find any number of values for the equation once you have written this in the calculator. Now B part, on the grid draw the graph of the same equation from minus 3 to 3. These values we have to plot, and first value is minus 3 to minus 5.5. Minus 3 to minus 5.5 will be this middle point, and then second value is basically minus 2 and 1. So minus 2 and 1 is on the dot. Then next is minus minus 1 and 1.5. So 1.5 will be in the middle over here, and fourth value is 0 and minus 1. So 0 and minus 1 will be here, and next value is 1 and minus 3.5. 1 and minus 3.5 will be this mark, and next value is 2 and minus 3. So 2 and minus 3 is this one, and 3 and 3.5. So 3 and 3.5 will be this mark. Hopefully you are understanding. Now the task is to draw the graph. So we have to draw smooth graph. You can twist the page, whatever. I'm having screen, so it's a little slippery screen, so we'll have to basically be careful. We need basically this we have, I think so, mm, we have drawn, we can double check. Minus 2 is which value? Minus 2 is 1, not minus 1. So this one we can rectify. This will be minus 2 and 1. So we can take this point, minus 2 and 1. Yes, now it is looks nice. So now we can draw smoother curve, and to draw a smoother curve we can draw this portion, and then we have to draw smoother curve. It's going out, so we'll have to be careful. And this is done. Now we can draw this side also, and this side will be passing through this one. And a smoother curve again is our main target, because if we are not able to draw smoother curve, so the tangents and those other values which we have to answer the next parts, those answer will be having a lot of variation. So hopefully we have drawn this curve. Next is what? C part. C part says use your graph to explain why x u minus 2 minus 6x is equal to 6 has only one solution. So if we divide this whole equation, which whole equation? This whole equation. If we divide by 2, so our equation will become this one, minus 6x by 2 minus 2 over 2, and this will be 6 over 2. So this will be what? X cube over 3. So I will rewrite the equation over here. So this implies x cube over 2 minus this will be 3x, and minus 1 is equal to 3. And this implies this is our y. This one is our y. So we can write y is equal to 3. And if we draw y is equal to 3 line, y is equal to 3 line is this line, which you can see is intersecting only at one point. So we can say that line y is equal to 3 intersects, line y is equal to 3 intersects at only one point. So that's all. This is basically 2 marks question which we are done with. D part, line L passes through the point 1, 1 and minus 2 and minus 1 on the grid. Draw the line. So we have to draw 1, 1 and minus 2 and minus 1. So 1, 1 is this point, minus 2 and minus 1, minus 2 and minus 1 will be this point. Now we have to draw the point, this line, and to draw this line accurately we can draw this side, and then we have to extend the other side also. And now we can check the this one. Next part is what? Next part they are saying work out the gradient of the line L. So gradient of line L we can draw, basically we can draw this triangle we can consider, and this triangle we can check the reference basically from here, and this will be the triangle which we will be considering, and this much triangle we will be considering, and this will be rise over run. So rise will be this side. We can say rise is equal to 2.2, and this side is basically run, and run is 1, 2, 3, and 3.2. We can write 3.2. So rise over run 2.2 over 3.2. So we can write m is equal to rise over run, which is equal to 2.2 over 3.2, and this will be 2.2 divided by 3.2 is equal to 0.68, or we can write 0.7. So 0.7 will be the gradient, which is a positive gradient. So this is our answer. Next, they are saying find the x coordinates of the points where line intersects the curve. So x coordinates of those curves are those points of intersection are required, so that we can check. This is basically 0 minus 2 point. We can check this reference. This point will be minus 2.6, and next is this point, which we can take as 0 point minus 0.3. So this will be, and the next point we can take this reference, and this is basically, this point is 2.9. Hopefully you are understanding these 3 points. I will write there minus 2.6, minus 0.3, and 2.9. So it is minus 2.6, minus 0.3, and 2.9. So this is 2 mark question which we are done. Now question number 4 is sequence pattern question. So they're saying a part. Here are the first 3 patterns in sequence made from counters, and pattern 1, 2, 3 they have provided, and we have to complete the table for the patterns in the sequence, pattern number, and this is number of counters. So 8, these are 6, and 2 side is always having 2, and inside there these are 3, these are 3, then 5, then these are 7, and next will be 9, this will be 5, then 7, then it will be 9, so it will be 18 plus 2 will be 20, so fourth will be having 20, and fifth one will be having 24. So these will be the 2 missing numbers which we have calculated for 1 mark question. Now second part, find an expression in terms of n for the number of counters in pattern n. So if we check the difference, this is our sequence, so difference is plus 4 and 4 and 4 and 4. So d value is equal to 4. A value is 8, and formula is a n is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. In this formula we will be replacing values, and a n will be equal to, a is 8 plus n minus 1, so n minus 1 into d is 4, so it will be 8 plus 4n minus 4, which will be 4n plus 4. So 4n plus 4, if you check, this formula is working for all the terms also. So this was 2 mark question which we are done. Now part number 3, Jamal has 150 counters. He uses the counters to make the largest pattern possible, pattern P. Find the value of P. So largest possible pattern we can find, total counters are 150. The same nth term formula we will use for n plus 4. We will check for 150. So 4n is equal to 150 minus 4, which is 146. So n is equal to 146 divided by 4, and 146 divided by 4 is giving us 36.5. So 36.5. So zero point 0.5 is half. So we will leave this one complete our 36. So we'll say 36 patterns will be formed. So this is 2 more question which we are done with. Now B part. B part says the fourth term in a different sequence is 26. So we know the formula is, what formula is? An is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. Now we will be taking the fourth term. Fourth term will be A plus 4 minus 1 into D, and it is given that this is 26, so we can write equal to 26. So our equation will be A plus 3D is equal to 26. This will be our one equation. Now this further information is that the sequence is linear and eighth term is 2. So eighth term is 2. We can write for the eighth term we can write A plus A n minus 1, which is 8 minus 1 into D, is equal to 2. So we can simplify A plus 7D is equal to 2, and this will be our second equation. So these two equations we will simultaneously solve. I'm copying this equation over here. So it will be A plus 3D is equal to 26, and we can subtract, change sign, and this will be cancelled, and this implies it will be what, 7 minus 3 will be 4D. 4D is equal to minus 24. So D will be equal to minus 24 over 4. Minus 24 over 4, which is equal to minus 6. So D value is equal to minus 6. They are saying find the first term of the sequence. So A value is required. Now this D value we can replace in any of these two equations, equation 1 or equation 2, and we will get A value. I'm replacing in this equation 1. So A plus 3 into minus 6 is equal to 26. So A will be equal to 26, and plus this will be 18. 6 3s are 18, so it will be 44. So A value is equal to 44. This will be answer for 2 marks. Hopefully you understood. Now second part, they're saying find an expression in terms of n for nth term of the sequence. So now we have A value which we calculated as 44. We have D value which we have calculated as minus 6, and we can write an is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. So A value is 44, n is n as it is we will take, so n minus 1 into D is minus 6. Now we can open the bracket, so this is an is equal to 44 minus 6 and plus 6, so this will be 50 minus 6, and this will be an is equal to 50 minus 6n, and this is 2 mark question. Now question number 5. Question number 5 says A part, the mass of 4 cards in 3 envelopes is 85. So cards, 4 cards, 3 envelopes. So we can write 4C, C for cards, and 3 envelopes we can write 3E is equal to 85. And the mass of 2 cards and 5 envelopes is 67. So mass of 2 cards, so we can say 2 cards, which we need to, so 2 cards and 5 envelopes, so 5 envelopes, this is equal to 67 grams, this one. So we formed equation 1 and basically equation 2. We formed these two equations, and simultaneously we will solve, and we need to multiply this equation 2 by 2 to get coefficient of C same. So 4C plus 10E is equal to 67. Multiply by 2 will be 134. So this equation and this equation we will simultaneously solve, and it will be, we can copy this equation over here, and this will be 4c plus 3e is equal to 85. Now we can subtract, and this will be minus minus and minus, this will be cancelled, and it will be 7e is equal to 7e is equal to 134 minus 85 is equal to 49. So this implies e is equal to 7. So e value we got 7. This e value we can replace in any of the original equations. So I am replacing in this one to get value of c. So 3 e value is 7 is equal to 85. I am replacing in this equation. Now this will be 4c plus 21, so we can write 85 minus 21, which is equal to 85 minus 21 will be giving us 64. So c is equal to 64 over 4, and 64 over 4 is 16. So c value for chords is 16 and envelope 7, and this is 4-mark question which we are done. Now next part, B part, factorize. We need to factorize this. For factorization we can rewrite this as x squared minus 25 can be written as 5 squared, and we know the formula a squared minus b squared is equal to a plus b into a minus b. The same formula we will apply over here, and we will get x plus 5, x plus 5 and x minus 5. This will be our final answer, which we can provide at the proper place, and this will be answer for 1 mark. Now making subject, rearrange the formula this one to make t the subject. Now what we have to do, first of all, we can cross multiply, and this will be r into t minus 5 is equal to 2t. Now we can open the bracket, so rt minus 5r is equal to 2t. So 5 minus 5r we can shift to the other side, and 2t we can shift to the other side. So it will be rt minus 2t is equal to 5r. Now we can take t common, so inside will be r minus 2 is equal to 5r, and t will be equal to 5r divided by r minus 2. So this will be t is equal to 5r over r minus 2. This will be final answer for 3-mark question. This is very easy, straightforward question. D part we have to write in single fraction. They are saying express a single fraction in its simplest form. So this is the question given, so we'll write this one, and we will, the easiest way which I will explain is write these denominators over here, x minus 5 and 2x plus 1, and multiply this with this and write first, so it will be this one, and then the middle sign, whatever it is, we will copy that sign, and then this numerator and this denominator, 3 into x minus 5, and this will be further simplified. You can basically open the brackets in numerator, so it will be 8x plus 4 minus 3x, and minus 3 into minus 5 will be plus 15, and divided by, keep denominator as it is, which is 2x plus 1, and further we are adding the like terms, so 8x minus 3x will be 5x, and plus 15 plus 4 will be 19, divided by x minus 5 into 2x plus 1, and this will be the final answer because further simplification is not possible. So 5x plus 19 divided by x minus 5 into 2x plus 1. This is 3-mark question which we have done. Hopefully it's clear. Now question number 6. Question number 6 is probability A part. Asma has this fair 8-sided spinner. She spins the spinner once. Find the probability that the score is 6, and you can see 6 is only once out of 8. So probability for getting 6 is 1 out of 8. This will be for 1 mark, and not 2. So 2 are how many? 2 are 1, 2, 3. So not 2 are 5. So 5 out of 8. We can write the probability for not 2 will be 5 out of 8. And this is also 1 mark question. Now they are saying Asma spins the spinner twice. Find the probability that she scores two twos. So probability of getting 2 is 3 out of 8. So this will be 3 out of 8, and the second time also it will be 3 out of 8, and this will be 9 out of 64. So answer will be 9 out of 64. This is the simplest version. So 2 mark question. Now next, B part, Leon has 7 red, 6 green counters and 3 white counters. He takes 2 counters at random without a replacement. Keep in mind, without replacement, this is important. So find the probability that the 2 counters are the same color. So what can be the same colors? Same colors can be red, red, so we can take red, red, and green, green, so it can be green and green, or it can be white and white. These are the same colors. So probability of getting first red is, there are 7 red counters and total are 16, so it will be 7 out of 16, and the second red, one red is already gone, so it will be 6 out of total now is 15. So this will be the probability for getting red, red. For green, green, it will be, there are 6 green, so 6 out of 16, and the second will be 5 out of 15. Similarly, white are 3, so 3 out of 16, and the second will be 2 out of 15, and we will be simplifying this. To simplify this, it will be 42 over 16 multiplied by 15 means 240. So we can write this one. Plus this will be 30 out of 240, and plus this will be 6 out of 240, and this will be basically 42 plus 30 plus 6 is equal to 78. So 78 over 240, and if you want we can provide the simplified answer also because it's divisible. So 13 out of 40, so 13 over 40 will be our simplified answer for 3 marks. Hopefully it's clear. Now question number 7. Question number 7 says A part, P is the point, this one, Q is this one, and QR is also given. Find the coordinates of midpoint of PQ. So midpoint of PQ is what? P plus Q, P plus Q divided by 2, x coordinate, and similarly at y coordinate also we will add and divide by 2, so that will be the midpoint. So M will be resulting to -1, and this will be 7 plus 2 will be 9, so 9 will be 4.5. So this will be -1 and 4.5. This will be the midpoint. Then they are saying find the coordinates of the point R. So for R, we know that QR is this one, so we can write -4 plus 3 and 7, and -4 plus 3 and 7 plus 6. So this will be -1 and 13. -1 and 13. This will be 1 mark question. Now the mod of QR is already given, so we can check for the QR. Mod will be equal to x value squared plus y value squared and under root. This is how we are finding the mod. So square root of in brackets you will have to write -4 and squared and plus 6 squared, and this will give us 2 under root 13, 2 root 13, or the decimal value we can check, which is 7.2, which is equal to 7.21. So 7.21 will be our final answer. for this 2 marks question. B part, it's a vectors question. Diagram is not to scale. OACB is quadrilateral, and N is the a point on AB. So N is this point. OA is equal to A and OB is equal to B. OA is equal to 2BC. OA is equal to, so BC is half of OA, so we can write this will be 1 by 2A, and they are saying find in terms of A and B in its simplest form AB, which is basically we have done, which is 1 by 2A, 1 by 2A, so our answer will be 1 by 2A. This is a 1 mark question. Now next, this portion they are saying and BN ratio NA. BN is this one and ratio NA is this one, is 1:3. So 1:3 means we can, the total portions are how many? Total portions are 4. So 3 plus 1 is 4. So this will be, first we will find AB. We have to basically, what we have to do, we have to find NC. So to find NC, where is NC? We will understand first where is NC. NC is this one, and for NC we require this direction. So to find NC, we can take root, this is having this direction. So we can take NB, which is this direction, and plus BC. So NC is equal to NB plus BC, but before that one we don't have NB, so we need to find NB, and to find NB we need to find AB. So AB will be what? We can write here AB is equal to AB is equal to what? AB will be, no, this is basically BC. Sorry, we have done this mistake. AB will be equal to AO minus OB. So this is the vector. So we can write AO is minus A and this should be plus. So minus A plus OB will be B. So we can write this implies AB vector is equal to B minus A. B minus A. So we can write this answer as B minus A. So this is basically B minus A. Then they are saying NC. Now we can write NC is equal to what? NC vector is equal to NB plus BC, and NB, we know NB is how much? Okay, so I will write first this vector AN. AN is 3 by 4 of B minus A. Similarly, this vector NB is equal to 1 by 3 of B minus A. So 1 by 3 of B minus A, we can write here, it's not 1 by 3, it should be 1 by 4. 1 by 4. 1 by 4 of B minus A. So we can write here 1 by 4 of B minus A plus BC, and BC is 1 by 2A, 1 by 2A. Further we can simplify, if we open the bracket, 1 by 4B minus 1 by 4A plus 1 by 2A. So these two we can simplify by the help of calculator. So we can write minus 1 over 4 and plus 1 over 2, and we will get 1 by 4. So we can write 1 by 4A plus 1 by 4B, or we can take 1 by 4 common and inside we can write A plus B. This is 3 marks question which we are done with. Now this is question number 8. In question number 8, they have provided volume formula and curved surface area of the cone formula. The diagram shows the paper cup in the shape of cone. The diameter of the top of the cup is 7 centimeters. So from 7 centimeter we can check that the radius is how much? The radius is 3.5, so we can write R value as 3.5 centimeters. Now next, the volume of the cup is 110 centimeter cube. So volume is equal to 110 centimeter cube. So this is basically the information which is provided. A part, show that the height of the cup h centimeters is this much, correct to 2 decimal places. So height, we have to show that height is equal to this one. So volume formula is this one which we can use, and volume is equal to 1 by 3 pi r squared h, and this v value is given and r value is given. So we can replace the values. 1 by 10 is equal to 1 by 3 pi, and r square means 3.5 squared, which is equal to h, and h will be equal to what? H will be equal to, we will shift everything, this one, everything to the other side. So we can write 110 multiplied by 3 and divided by pi will go as denominator, and 3.5 squared will also go as denominator. And now we can simplify. This will be fraction 110 multiplied by 3 and divided by pi, which is this one, and this will be multiplied by 3.5 squared, and this is equal to 8.57 up to 2 dp. So 8.57 up to 2 dp they are saying, so 2 dp. This is what we were supposed to prove, which is 3-mark question, which we are done. Now B part says calculate the slanting height L centimeter of the cup, and slanting height is which one? Slanting height of the cup is basically this one. We know this is 3.5, and h we have just calculated, and h is how much? H is 8.57 and this is 3.5, and by applying Pythagoras theorem we can find this L also. So L squared is equal to, so L squared will be equal to 3.5 squared plus 8.57 squared by Pythagoras theorem. So L will be equal to 3.5 squared plus 8.57 squared root, and we can find this by the help of calculator. Square root of 3.5 squared plus 8.57 squared, and this will be equal to 9.257, and up to 2 dp we can write 9.26 up to 2 dp. This will be height, which we have done. So basically length, slanting length, or you can say slanting height. So 9.26 centimeters, 2-mark question, which we are done. Now C part, they are saying diagram is not to scale. Diagram is not to scale. The cup is cut along the line OA. Now which one is OA? This is our OA, and it is cut from here. So it means it is opened out into a sector of the circle with center O and sector angle x degree. Calculate the value of x. Now we need to understand when we cut the cup. So this is basically the circular portion which is changing to this arc portion. So length of this circular portion is same as this one, and length of this we can find by the circumference formula. C is equal to 2 pi r and r is equal to 3.5. So this will be 3.5, which is equal to 7 pi. So 7 pi is basically this circular path, and 7 pi is same length. This is arc length, which we are saying L is equal to this one, 7 pi. Now we can find basically, and this one OA is the same as this OA. This OA is same, and OA is what? We calculated the slanting height L 9.26. So this is 9.26 and this is also 9.26. Now we have the formula which is basically for arc length. We have formula. What's that formula? L is equal to theta over 360 into 2 pi r. So we can apply this formula on this drawing, and this will be L is 7 pi, so I'll change the color. So it will be 7 pi is equal to x over 360 into 2 pi, and r is 9.26, and this is value of r which we are taking. And this x, now we need to make x subject. Before that one we can cancel these pi, and x will be equal to 7 into 360. 360 will go as numerator, divided by 2 into 9.26, and this will be resulting to fraction 7 into 360 divided by 2 into 9.26 bracket close, and this is giving us 136.069, 136.069, or we can write it as 136.1, so degrees, and this will be 136.11 degree, and this was 4-mark question which we have done. Hopefully you understood this. Now they are saying D part, a second paper cup is mathematically similar to the cup with volume 110 centimeter cube. The volume of the cup, second cup is 165 centimeter cube. Calculate the diameter of the top of the second cup. So volume ratio we can calculate. So volume ratio will be what? Volume ratio we can take like this one, volume ratio, which will be k cubed. So this will be 165 over 110, and if we check this, 165 divided by 110 will be equal to 3 by 2, or we can write 1.5. So k value will be equal to cube root of 1.5, and cube root of answer, so cube root of answer will be equal to 1.144, 1.144, or 1.145. Now this is k, and they are saying volume of the second cup is this much, so higher value, so we will be multiplying the diameter. Diameter will be 7 multiplied by 1.145. So this number we will multiply by 7, and this will be 8.01, 8.01. So 8.01 will be our answer. Up to 2 dp we are providing answer, so this will be 2 dp. This is done. Now next we can move to the question number 9, and question number 9 says the diagram shows an open box. This is important information. Open box, it means it's not having top, without top. You'll have to read the question carefully. So the height of the box is x. This is x. The width of the box is 5 centimeter more than its height. So x plus 5 will be width, and width is this one. Hopefully you understand this. Then the length of the box is 2 times its width. So 2 times its width mean this will be 2x plus 10, and this is basically the length. Hopefully you got this also. Now they are saying write down expression in terms of x for the width and the length of the box, which we have already done, and we can copy here. This will be x plus 5, and this will be 2x plus 10. or you can write 2 common, so inside will be x plus 5, so this will be the expression. Now this was basically 2-mark question. Now the external surface area of the open box is 210. Form an equation in x and show that simplifies to this one. So we can for the surface area we can take basically, first of all we can take the two sides. Which two sides we are taking? We can take, like for example, we can take this side and the opposite side. Opposite side is this one. So these two sides will be what? This side will be x plus 5 multiply by this x. So x into x plus 5. And if we take the opposite also, so it will be 2x into x plus 5. So we will write 2x into x plus 5. So we have taken two sides shaded. I've shown you with the shading part also. Now we can take the second thing, which is basically second also we can check, which is 2x into basically x into 2x plus 10, which is basically which side. I will shade for you so that you can understand better. I am shading this side. So this side, the back one, and the front side also. The front side I'm not shading because it will cover the whole drawing. So front and back, so this side is so much. This is x into 2x plus 10. So two sides will be multiplied by 2, so we'll take 2x, we'll be adding this, the surface area of 2x into 2x plus 10. Hopefully you understand this. Now we are taking the bottom. So bottom will be which one? Bottom will be basically this. This will be the bottom side, and it is x plus 5 into 2x plus 10, and it is only one. There's no top, so we will write plus x plus 5 into 2x plus 10, and this is equal to 210, which is provided, so we write 210. Now this is the equation which we formed. Now we will be opening the bracket, so it will be 2x squared plus 10x and plus 4x squared plus 20x, and plus this will be x will be multiplied by 2x, so it will be 2x squared, then x will be multiplied by 10, so it will be plus 10x, then 5 multiplied by 2x will be plus 10x, and 5 multiplied by 10 will be plus 50 is equal to 210. Now we can basically add the like terms, so these are like terms. 2 plus 4 will be 6, 6 plus 2 is 8, so 8x squared and x and x. So 20 plus 20, 40 plus 10 will be 50, so we can write 50x, and then we can write plus 50 and minus 210 we can shift to the side is equal to 0. So our equation will be 8x squared plus 50x and minus this will be 160 is equal to 0. So we can take 2 common, so inside will be 4x squared plus 25x and minus 80 is equal to 0. So 2 cannot be equal to 0, so this implies 4x squared plus 25x and minus 80 is equal to 0, and this was the equation which we were supposed to prove, and this was for 4-mark question which we are done. Hopefully you understood this. Now they are saying solve this quadratic equation which we just found. We have to show your working and give your answer correct to 2 decimal places. So when they are telling you that the answer is in decimal places, so 2 decimal places you will have to take. So this is basically hint for you that you will have to use the quadratic formula, and that will be the easier route for you. So A is equal to 4, B is equal to 25, and C is equal to C is equal to minus 80, and the quadratic formula is what? Quadratic formula is x is equal to minus b plus minus b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. So this is basically the quadratic formula which we'll be applying. So x is equal to minus b, it means minus 25, and plus minus, always replace values in quadratic formula in brackets. That will reduce the chances of mistakes. So b squared minus 4a and c and divided by 2a. So we can write x1 value, that will be with the positive sign. We can take x value, and this will be minus into 25, and plus I'm taking, next time I'll take the negative one, so it will be 25 squared and minus 4 into 4 into minus 80 bracket close and divided by 8, and this gives us 2.33. So 2.33 will be one value, and x2 will be with the negative value. We can go and change the plus into minus, and this will be the negative value, minus 8.58, minus 8.58 minus 8.58 will be our final answer for this 3-mark question. Hopefully you understood this. Then they are saying for D part, calculate the volume of the box. So volume of the box, we have already calculated x length, basically length into width into height, length into width into height, so 2x plus 10. 3 sides will be multiplied. We will replace, basically positive value we will replace. Why? Because negative value, it cannot have negative value, so it will be 2.33 into 2.33 plus 5 and into 2 into 2.33 and plus this will be 10 bracket close. So we can calculate this by the help of calculator. We write 2.33 and in brackets 2.33 plus 5 bracket close and in brackets 2 into 2.33 bracket close plus 10 and bracket close, and this is 250.37. so 250.37, or we can rounded answer can be 250 centimeter cubes. Now the box E part, the box is filled with chocolates. The mass of the chocolates is 250 grams, correct to the nearest 10 grams. So we will divide 10 by 2, so it will be plus minus 5 grams, which we'll have to add and subtract for the lower and upper bound. So we can write 250 grams. So for upper bound, lower bound, we will write 255 grams and 245 grams. So this will be upper bound, this will be our lower bound. Now the next line says the total mass of the box and the chocolate is 262 grams, correct to the nearest gram. So now correct to the nearest gram means half gram we have to add and subtract for lower and upper bound. So this will be 262 grams will be upper bound, and lower bound we will write, and this will be 262.5 and 261.5. So these are the lower bounds and upper bounds. They are saying calculate the lower bound of the mass of the box. So mass of the box will be what? Total mass minus chocolate mass. So we can write mass of box, and this will be equal to, how we will calculate? We will take, they are saying lower bound of the mass. So it will be, we will take lower bound of total mass 261.5, and we will be subtracting upper bound of this one, so that we should get minimum answer, and this will give us the minimum answer. So 261.5 minus 255, this will be equal to 6.5. So 6.5 will be our answer, and that will be in grams, 6.5 grams. And this is 3-mark question which we have done. Hopefully you understood this. Now question number 10. Question number 10 says diagram is not to scale. ABCD is the field on horizontal ground. The bearing of B from A is 070. They have not intentionally indicated on the drawing, so we have to indicate on the drawing, which is B, bearing of B from A. So this will be bearing of B from A, which is 070. So we can write 070. And then they are saying the bearing of D from A is 125. So bearing of D from A is 125. So this whole angle is 125 degrees. So it means that the inner angle, which is this one, this angle is 125 minus 70, this one is equal to 55. So this is 55 degrees. We calculated angle BAD. So our question is what? Then they are saying C is due south. C is due south of B. So this direction, lower direction, is basically towards south. So it means that that this line is, if we draw north on B, so this will be our north, and this direction is south direction. So this angle is 180 degrees. This is what they have mentioned over here. And due east of D, B is due east of C is due south of B, and C is due east of D. So this direction is towards east, this one. So it means this opposite direction will be towards west. So this is basically, if we take this direction, it will be north. So this is 90 degree, which they have already indicated. So this is for your understanding. I have drawn everything. Now they are saying AD is equal to 290, which they have indicated, and BD is equal to 350, which is also indicated. Now A part, calculate the bearing of D from B. Bearing of D from B will be which one? That will be starting from here till here, or if we draw properly, so starting from here till this point, this is the bearing which is required. So 180, we know the straight line. If we know this angle, this much angle, we will add in 180 and we will get that angle. Or what else we can do? We can find, basically we can find this angle, this much angle. The second approach is we can find this angle, and this angle will be how much? This one we can apply sine rule on ABD triangle. So we can write in triangle ABD, in triangle ABD, we can write 290 over opposite angle. So opposite angle will be this one, and 290. So 290 over sine of angle B is equal to 350 over sine of 55. These two we are taking opposite sides, so this is equal to 350 over sine of 55 degrees. Now we can calculate sine B is equal to 290 sine of 55 degrees divided by 350, and B will be equal to sine inverse of 290. sine of 55 degrees over this will be 350, and this value we can calculate. This will be shift sine. Your calculator should be in degree mode. You will have to be careful for that one, otherwise your answer will be very different. So this will be 350 and this one bracket close, and this is equal to 42.74. So 42.74 degrees. We calculated this angle. Which angle we have calculated? We can write here. They are saying bearing. This is not bearing. This is angle which we are indicating 42.74, and this angle is 42.74 degrees. Now our target is to find this angle, which is total angle is how much. If we check, is this working? If we check, this one is north, this is north, and this north and this north, these two are parallel. And basically if we check, this is making as Z. This one, this is making as Z. So this complete angle is equal to 070. So this angle is basically also, this angle is also 70 degrees. So 70, the remaining angle, we have this inner angle, so this remaining angle will be 70 minus 42.74 degrees, and this one we can calculate. 70 minus answer is equal to 27.26. 27.26, we can round up to 2 dp. So this is angle which we were supposed to find, and we need to add 180 in this one. So it will be 180 plus 27.26. We can write 180 plus 27.26, and this will be plus 180 is equal to 207.255. 207.255, or we can round it to 207.3 degrees. So our answer will be 207.3 degrees. This will be bearing, and this is 4-mark question. You can see it's a little complicated but not too difficult. Now they are saying a vertical mast is positioned at D. Now where is that vertical mast? We have to understand from the drawing. I will erase this extra arrows so that we will get space, and we will draw the mast. And they are saying mast is, towards the north vertical. So this is the mast. I'm drawing it a little thicker so that you can understand better. So this is the mast and over D. Now they are saying next is what? The angle of elevation of the top of the mast from A is 10. Where is that 10 angle that we need to understand? If we draw the horizontal line is this one. So now they are saying angle of elevation from A is 10. So this angle is basically 10. This angle is 10. This is what they have given us the information. Now they are saying calculate the angle of elevation of the top of the mast from C. So top of the mast from C angle is required. So which angle they are looking for? Top of the mast from C will be this, and they are looking for this angle, this one. Now what we can do, we know this DC. DC is basically, we can calculate DC. We know this one, dB is 350 and angle is this one 27.26. So what I will do, I will draw this triangle over here, and this triangle we can understand separately, and this is point B, and this is C, and this is D, and this angle is 20. I'm drawing the bigger triangle so that you can understand. This is 27.26, and DB side which is given is 350 degree. Now we will take this drawing over. Now we can move this drawing to the location where we are solving the question, and we can discuss this. Basically, this is our drawing. Now we need to find DC. DC is this length we need to find. Now we can apply trigonometry. So opposite will be this one. This is opposite over hypotenuse, which is 350. So in triangle, we can write here in triangle BCD. So BCD, DC over BD is equal to sine of angle, which is 27.2 degrees, 27.26 degrees, and this will be DC over BD, which is 350. So we can shift 350 to the other side, so it will be 350 sine of 27.26 degrees, and this one we can calculate 350 into sine of 27.26, and this is resulting to 160.31. So 160.31, this is basically length, 160.31. this is in centimeters. Now we can consider the triangle, which is basically the triangle which we can calculate the angle of elevation on the top of the mast from C. So from C we need to calculate, and if I redraw triangle for you, and the triangle which we are considering is basically this one. So one triangle is this, which is basically this one, and the second triangle will be like this one. Hopefully you are understanding each and everything, and this one we have calculated. I have joined this triangle over here, this one. So this is basically with the mast. So mast we need to calculate, and basically if I redraw, so this is 160, this is 160. Now 160 we found. Now I have drawn this drawing, basically this triangle, which is if we take this point as, for example, we can take this point as E. So EDC triangle I have drawn over here, so it is 160, and H we can find this height. Now in this triangle we know this is 10 degrees, and opposite is basically height. So, and this side is 290. So we can find H, which is basically H over 290 will be equal to tan of 10 degrees. So H will be equal to 290 tan of 10 degrees, and this we can calculate. This will be 290 tan of 10 degrees, and this is equal to 51.13. 51.13, this will be the value of H. Now we have value of H, we can find this angle theta, which is our target. So we can find this theta angle in this triangle. We have two sides, opposite over adjacent. So opposite will be 51.13 and divided by 160, this will be equal to tan of theta. So theta will be equal to tan inverse of 51.13 divided by 160. and this will be equal to shift tan of 51.13 over 160, and this will be equal to 17.72 degrees. 17.72 degrees. This is basically 5-mark question which we are done. Hopefully you understood each and everything. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel and press bell icon so that you will be getting notification for incoming videos as well. And don't forget to subscribe the channel and recommend this channel to your friends and class fellows, and introduce this channel to your respected teachers. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye.